What's going on, everyone? Stealthy Wolf here, and welcome to your mid-year update. The reason I'm doing these is because obviously I am not streaming or anything. But here is a brief update. So I wanted to think of what to put here aside from things. So I'm going to get to what I've been doing gaming related, as well as an actual update. So first of all, here's the actual update bit. Yes, hopefully the next update that I do will hopefully be me coming back to streaming, me coming back to videos, and it should be before the end of year update, or it may also just be the end of year update. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Second thing, yes, despite my initial kind of things and judgment, yes, I will still be going to EGX XMCM. It'll be interesting. Obviously, I want to, sort of do my usual thing of reporting what's going to be there sort of beforehand, and then afterwards going through everything I saw at the show. And obviously this time it'll be, hey, was EGX XMCM actually worth it, or did EGX just get the shaft? And it was basically MCM with a bit more gaming than usual. I don't know, but not even sure if I'm hopeful. But yeah, EGX losing a day, and obviously joining with MCM, considering how MCM has been recently, doesn't look good. But I'm still going, because that's what I do. I go to EGX. It's my thing. Right. Let's get into what I've been doing, because if some people care, here's where the bit where it gets into the update of what I've actually been playing and what I've actually been doing, and that kind of thing. So let's go first things first with Call of Duty. I have not played the current Call of Duty or sort of anything in Modern Warfare 3 since the end of Season 2. Haven't played Season 3, haven't played any of Season 4. I've updated the game, I've looked into like what's there, what's new, what they've added, all that kind of stuff, but I haven't actually played any of it. I've loaded it up, that's it. Now, my main reason why have I stopped playing it is because first of all, the grind for the weapon levels is really slow in zombies. Second of all, zombies matches are way too long, and the annoying sort of DMZ you extract with like your gear and everything, it's a pain in the arse. It genuinely is. And it's like, I want to do the camos for the zombies, but I don't want to play the multiplayer because the multiplayer is just full of sweaty people, and I don't have the time, and I don't want to spend my weekends doing that kind of thing. So I stopped playing, which also means for Black Ops 6, the announcement, I haven't seen anything about Black Ops 6. I've literally just seen this screenshot. That's all I've seen for Black Ops 6. Why? Oh yeah, and then if you load up Warzone, I think, and you load up a match to play in Warzone, it does a Woods introduction. Like, the screen glitches out and it goes to Woods introducing the Warzone match. Okay, but I genuinely don't care. But it's the same thing every year. People get hyped that, you know, oh my god, they've announced the name for the next Call of Duty. They've finally revealed it, and then they're gonna do a reveal trailer, and then they show off some stuff, and da da da. And the only things I know about it is, one, they haven't done a stupid Roman numeral logo for Black Ops 6, which is a bit weird, but regardless. Two, they're bringing back Gobblegums for zombies. Three, that means Black Ops Cold War is technically Black Ops 5 Cold War, which is the only Black Ops to have a subtitle after it. And yeah, I don't know. I personally, I thought Cold War was a reboot of the Black Ops series, and this essentially Black Ops 6 was going to be the next Black Ops following Cold War. But then it kind of seems to be like it's after Black Ops 2, but before Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. Because Black Ops 4 is a prequel to Black Ops 3. And so this is a prequel to Black Ops 4, but a sequel to Black Ops 2. Just reboot the Black Ops series. You should just rebooted it. Should just rebooted it with Cold War. Should just done that. But they won't. Well, they haven't. So yeah, that's the only thing that I know about Black Ops 6. It's called Black Ops 6, but yeah, everyone's getting all hyped and everything. Wait until the beta comes out. Wait until the game comes out. You know, wait until we get closer to the release date before getting hyped around it, because this is a constant Call of Duty cycle. The game gets announced, we get the title of the game and everything, people get, you know, kind of get excited about it because it's Black Ops or Modern Warfare or whatever. People get hyped about it. There's all the kind of things that's like, oh, it's different, it's new, they're re-adding this, they're changing this, and all that kind of stuff that, you know, kind of to lead up of. And then the beta comes out, you play the multiplayer, and then, you know, the multiplayer, kind of the beta's a bit naff, and it's kind of like, oh, we're going to be improving it so much, but the beta comes out a month before the fucking actual game comes out, and then the game comes out and people are annoyed. You know, you got all the streamers and everything going, oh yeah, and then the game comes out, and then after, you know, season 1 finishes and we get into season 2 of the thing, people then are like dropping off and, oh, it's terrible, this is terrible, they're doing this, it's full of sweats, there's tryhards everywhere, the Warzone integration is terrible, the zombies is the only reason to play. You get the cycle. You get the cycle. Will I be getting it? I don't know. Probably not. But also I want to address sort of another thing, right? Which again, no one's going to be coming to my opinion for this. Is people claiming that Black Ops 6 is DLC. Yes, here is the reason it is classified as DLC. Is because there is the Call of Duty app now on the Call of Duty app where you go into and you can load up. I mean, currently it's Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, and then Black Ops 6. But it doesn't include, you know, Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, or Vanguard, which is kind of what it should have included, I think. But it's DLC because the main app is the Call of Duty HQ, then all the games come off of that. Like, if you look at the the PlayStation trophy list, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 comes under Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and it comes under the sort of section where DLC for that game would be. So, yeah, it's DLC. The app makes no sense for Call... Yeah, bless me. Sorry, I'm allergic to this Call of Duty bullshit that they try and peddle. It doesn't make sense for console gamers because you can still buy the physical discs. So having one app doesn't make a difference. You still need to take out Modern Warfare 2, put in Modern Warfare 3, take out Modern Warfare 3, put in Black Ops 6, depending on which one you want to play. Obviously, apart from Warzone, which is free, and you just have that, and that's the main thing. On PC, it makes a lot more sense, because then it can act as a games launcher. Even though I know it's not as simple as you click on Call of Duty HQ, it loads up, you then click on the Call of Duty you want to play, it, you know, there's a lot of loading screen, it doesn't work well. They should just get rid of it. But that's why Black Ops 6 is considered DLC. You know, Modern Warfare 3, yes, that was legitimate DLC, but Black Ops 6 is classified as DLC because you've got the Call of Duty HQ app, sort of main thing that you load up to get into Warzone, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, DMZ, Black Ops 6 in the future, and possibly even, you know, Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, and Vanguard, and all that kind of stuff. So that's why it's classed as DLC. However, what have I actually been playing? Besides those, what have I actually been playing? Well, I actually was playing this game, Sker Ritual. This is a sequel to a horror game, but this version isn't a horror game, kind of. It's a mix of Killing Floor and Call of Duty Zombies, sort of Horde mode, round-based stuff, into one, and I love it. It's great. It's, you know, you do like a simple sort of story for each map. There's only a couple of maps at the moment. Yeah, weapon upgrade system. There's like perks. No, what they oh, I can't remember what they're called. I think they are actually called. They're called perks in the menu, but in the actual game when you're playing it, I can't remember what they're called. Then there's miracles, which are sort of like upgrades that you do to your character. You got like a set of upgrades. It's a really great game. If you haven't played it, I recommend you do. It's, you know, it's good, and it's tying me over until Killing Floor 3 comes out, which hopefully is next year. I think they said something about next year recently. So I don't have Killing Floor 3 here because there's not much I can tell you about Killing Floor 3. But Sker Ritual, really love it. It is more a lot of, like, if you look at a lot of like the enemy models and even sort of your own character models and the masks and everything, there is a lot of kind of like body horror kind of thing. But it's, you know, it's just standard round-based sort of shooter thing. It's really good, and I recommend it. What else I did play alongside of it, because I was planning to play it with someone, and playing it solo sucks. Helldivers 2, yes, the most popular PlayStation... Well, no, Sony Interactive Entertainment... No, PlayStation... Is it PlayStation Studios or Sony Studios? I can't remember. Yeah, I played that, and it has its fun moments, and there are kind of meh moments. And I did want to do separate videos about kind of going through what's good, what's bad, what they could improve on, stuff like that, but I was like, no. No one really cares that much, I'll be honest. If you do, I might do a thing about that, but probably when I, you know, can actually get some video content for it, not just the screenshots that I have here. Or essentially the promotional art for it. But obviously these two games, like Sker Ritual, it still takes a long time to get through a game, and Helldivers 2 takes a long time to get through a game as well. And like I said, with Call of Duty, that was my kind of problem, was I wanted something that was short, compact, you know, something I could get on, have a couple of games, and get off, and I don't have to spend my entire weekend, playing just that game. Especially if it's this kind of sort of multiplayer co-op style game with the leveling up and, So, and I guess some of you might have already suspected what I'm going to bring up. I've put that in the wrong place. I thought I put that in the right place. Just move over. Move over. Okay, it's not going to move over. Yes, it's XDefiant, the Ubisoft free-to-play multiplayer shooter that is on everything, I believe, and has actually cross-play. I actually like it. Okay? Yes, I've been in games where there have been sweaty people and everything like that, and it kind of like, but it is kind of doing that multiplayer sort of PvP shooter sort of fix that Call of Duty would do, but slightly less sweaty. Yeah, I do actually enjoy XDefiant. If they start adding more and more Ubisoft kind of things going into it, and more characters, more maps, more modes, that kind of thing. There is one thing I would like in it, and we're going to go through what I would change in a lot of these, is I would like a team deathmatch or free-for-all type mode in XDefiant. Now, I know XDefiant is all about the sort of objective. It's purely for objective players. If you're an objective player in Call of Duty, right, you will love XDefiant, but you'll also hate it, because one of the modes is basically like hardpoint. Now, I am a self-proclaimed king of hardpoint in Call of Duty, right? I will get 3 minutes on that hard point and my team will get nothing and will win because I was just on the hard point the entire time and everyone else was just trying to play a team deathmatch. However, I get stressed AF trying to do that. So, yeah. And also the matches do kind of last a bit longer, sort of the 10 to 20 minutes kind of side. And if you've got a short amount of time to play the game, or play any game, you do kind of just go, well, I kind of want something, you need to like warm up. You need like a quick match to warm up, team deathmatch, free for all, whatever. You need that kind of thing, and then you go into sort of like the one where you're going to spend a lot of time, because you don't want to spend 20 minutes in a match warming up because you're like, oh man, how the hell do I play this game again? What, like, okay, I need to do this. Like, I'd prefer if there was like a free-for-all. At least a free-for-all kind of thing. Maybe like, it's like Halo that had like, is it Oddball? Or King of the Hill or something like that? Like a free-for-all version. I think that'd be quite interesting for them to do. So it's still objective, but, it's a free-for-all kind of thing. It's like, not teams. I think that'd be quite interesting. I do think there needs to be a lot of balances, a lot of things, because the cleaners, the Division faction, their passive ability needs to not be negative. Every other faction's passive ability is just positives, whereas the cleaners have a positive and negative to their passive ability, which is incendiary rounds. Now, considering the damage that the incendiary rounds do as like tick damage, it's not even that much. So I don't know why they need to have the negative, considering no other passive ability has a negative. But whatever. Going into Helldivers, the game's fucking difficult. But also the game doesn't really lend itself to using the unlock stuff more than just using the default stuff. Like, apart from a couple of things, I've just been using the default stuff. The default main armor, because it gives you the same amount of armor as heavy armor, but also still gives you the stamina and speed as a medium armor. So why would I choose anything else at the moment? You know, sort of early on, like level 15 I am. And then, you know, going up against the bugs is a lot easier than going up against the robots. And then there's, like, sort of the armor, well, yeah, sort of like the protective armor stuff. There's one of the sort of somewhat early assault rifles that has, like, all the guns are like light armor penetrating, and then one has medium armor penetrating. I'm like, oh cool, maybe that will, you know, work against some of the, like, the Charger, right? Massive armor plate on the front, pretty much you attack it from behind. But obviously, you know, charge, you go around, shoot from the back. It doesn't, you can't just shoot through the front of it with a medium arm, and there's nothing else. It's a very what the fuck type game, and on controller it is horrendous. And the stratagems, can we just agree that the stratagem, like the airstrikes and everything, right? Why do you need so many buttons? If you could share stratagems between everyone that you're in the team with and the group with, fine. Let them have, you know, sort of the certain button inputs, right? But why does one need to have 7 button inputs and the other one need to have 3? If I'm just using my own thing. And also, yeah, and as I said, it's fucking difficult. You want to get some of the better stuff? You gotta get good. How do I get good when, like, again, like I say, oh yeah, the armor and stuff, right? I still get, like, 1 or 2 hit by some of the bigger enemies. And if you want some of the better things and some of the better rewards and the more XP and everything like that, you've got to do the harder difficulties, which are impossible, especially if you're trying solo. But yeah, just go with the default stuff. Just go with the default stuff. And then back onto Skir Ritual. I'd like there to be more guns. There's not that many guns. There's not many kind of worthwhile guns. I keep going around. I keep picking up the MP5 and the AK, and then that's kind of it. And maybe the machine gun if it's available, or if I get it through the thing, and then I just upgrade. Kind of thing. I get my perks. I go through and yeah. More variety, more kind of interesting things. Maybe the guns could, like, you know, when you upgrade them past a certain point, then they have like a new feature, or like a new kind of thing that they can do, or, you know, whatever, or they just improve it kind of more than just the damage output. But what can you do? What can you do? We're getting updates to it soon, so. But then you may be thinking, well, if you're getting bored, or it's kind of not as entertaining to sort of play these games for long periods of time, because you're having to play them solo, what game are you actually playing? What game have you been playing recently to get you into kind of things that is kind of the more multiplayer stuff and kind of the grinding that you kind of enjoy, and, you know, anything like that? And Jesus Christ, surprisingly, press thing, there you go. I've gone back to Black Ops 4. Now, not Black Ops 4 multiplayer, that's terrible, don't play the multiplayer, and not Blackout, which surprisingly I did actually get a match of the other night, which was surprising. How the hell did I get a match of Blackout? Whereas Blackout's still going, but Warzone 1 is dead. Why? Anyway. No, I go into Black Ops 4 Zombies. I actually really enjoy the Black Ops 4 Zombies grind. The leveling up of the weapons, the camos, again, the perk system is a bit stupid, but I'm going for challenges, I'm going for camos, I'm going for leveling up weapons. I'm not kind of caring too much about going into like the ultimate strategy kind of thing. I go, right, what do I like? What am I prioritizing while I play the zombies mode? And the only problem that I have is that obviously, you play a match of 9, and while it's an easy map, while it's a good map, you get to like into the 20s, and then you kind of just go, bored now. And then you go try play, Voyage, and then Voyage is just terrible as a map. Like, I know Blood of the Dead is terrible, but I swear Blood of the Dead and Voyage are just like on the same level of terribleness. Like, overall terribleness. Blood of the Dead, the map is way too big, so if someone does die on the other side of the map, you ain't getting to them unless you have nowhere but their fucking elixir. And then also the fact of the Pack-a-Punch fucking moving, it's just really annoying. Brutus locking everything down. They're not really being a good place to train because of how the zombies are in Black Ops 4. And yeah, and it's not just a terrible map. And then Voyage is just a complete clusterfuck of a map. I've played it quite a lot now, right? I still have no idea where I'm meant. Like, there was literally a box location, right? It's come up, right? It's literally come up, right, in 2 games that I've played recently in Voyage, right? And I'm like, right, where's this box? And I keep going down where I think it is, right? And it's not there. Do you know where it is? You have to go down one of the other ends, go into the engine room, and go, like, all the way to the other end of the engine room, which apparently is, like, 2/3 of to, like, the other side of the map. It's like, why? Why is it there? Who designed this map? It's terrible. It's a terribly designed map. And I don't want to pay money for the DLC so I can play other maps. Because why would I do that for Black Ops 4? I didn't even pay for Black Ops 4. I got it free on PlayStation Plus. That's why I'm playing it. Anyway, that's the games that I've been playing. Recommendation, yeah, try out X-Defiant for free. It does have a level 1 to 25 like training mode, training sort of playlist. I think they call it like a welcoming playlist, where you'll only be playing with people between 1 to 25, so not too high ranked players. So I recommend go playing that. Skur is definitely a good sort of co-op round-based one if you are looking for that kind of fix before Black Ops 6 comes out. If you really want the zombies, or obviously you can go play Black Ops 4 zombies, Black Ops 3 zombies, Cold War zombies. Not Vanguard though. Don't go to Vanguard. And Helldivers 2, it can be fun. I've had definitely some funny moments. Just sort of the ragdoll and everything like that is quite funny. But then when trying to play it sort of seriously, it's not, in my opinion, it's not that great. It's kind of a bit, but it's a fun little game. And no. Unless I have some kind of urge to maybe go play Warzone in I mean, it's not even Warzone 2. Technically it's Warzone 3, but it's not Warzone 3. It's still Warzone 2. But they're just calling it Warzone now. It's because they didn't implement Warzone 1 into what? Because you got to implement those 3 years of guns into the current 2 years of guns that you've got. There's so many AKs. Anyway. Yeah, unless I go into that and I kind of just go, let's fuck about in the Warzone, I probably won't be going back to Call of Duty. Black Ops 6, I don't actually care about that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, I'll be at EGX this year for all 3 days, as well as hopefully seeing some of my favourite cosplayers, as well as checking out some of the games and all good food and all that, because of the XL being my second home. And like I say, hopefully by the end of the year I'll be able to do an update and basically say I'm coming back to streaming, I'm coming back to doing videos and all that kind of stuff. Probably more streaming first to get back into the groove of it and kind of do that kind of thing. But right now it's just more fingers crossed than anything else. But if you've been here for the last 30 minutes, thank you. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Yeah, then besides obviously the next big update at the end of the year, there will be the 2 EGX videos. The one that will be before it, maybe like a week or so before it, talking about what's going to be there, what I'm excited for, and seeing if they've talked any more about the MCM integration, or the other way around, MCM EGX integrating into MCM, or something like that. And then obviously the one after it, where I will be essentially going through EGX. Was it worth it? Was it a good show? Did I get some good stuff out of it? And so you got at least 3 videos to look forward to by the end of the year. But again, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out.